Hello. Good morning. Yeah, it's 1 a.m. Yeah, the same to you. The Happy New Year. Yeah, we just got back from church. We usually go to church on New Year's Eve. Yes, like an hour before the New Year's Day. Yeah, so by 12, we say Happy New Year. We get excited and we go home. Yeah. All right. So my name. Yeah, you come home and do whatever you want to do. And by morning, you cook for your family and you have fun. Yeah. My name is Jerry. What's your name? Okay. Nice to meet you. Yeah. All right, okay. You chose daily news, health. Why does some breakfast food raise cancer risks? Is that correct? We're going to begin from the words and phrases, and I'm going to be playing the US audio.
Excessive.
He was criticized for his excessive spending on luxury items.
Spike.
There was a sudden spike in electricity demand during the heat wave. Yeah.
Inflammation.
The doctors say the pain was due to inflammation in the joints. Alright.
Carcinogen.
Asbestos is a well known carcinogen that causes lung cancer. Asbestos. Yes. Yeah, the last one.
Recurrence.
Regular exercise may help prevent the recurrence of back pain. Here. Alright, any questions? All right, so let's go on to the comprehension part. And here I'm going to read out the questions that you will answer later. All right, so the first question: what are the three ways breakfast food can affect the body and raise cancer risk? Number two, what health risk is linked to eating 50 grams of processed meat every day? And the last one, what did the study find about people who consume high fat dairy products? I'm going to play the US audio.
Why do some breakfast foods raise cancer risks? A global health authority has shared important warnings about certain breakfast foods. It points out three categories that could increase the risk of pancreatic, colorectal, liver, and breast cancer. These foods affect the body through excessive insulin production, caused by blood sugar spikes, ongoing inflammation, or contact with harmful substances known as carcinogens. The first category is refined carbohydrates, such as white toast, white rice, and noodles. These items lead to quick blood sugar spikes, which force the body to release too much insulin. Over many years, this process can cause chronic inflammation in cells and tissues. Next, processed meats like bacon, ham, and sausage pose another threat. They often contain additives, including sodium nitrite, which can harm health. The World Health Organization labels these meats as Class 1 carcinogens, meaning they directly cause cancer in humans. Research shows that eating 50 grams of them each day raises the risk of colorectal cancer by 18%. Finally, high-fat dairy products, including fresh cream, should be avoided in large amounts. A study involving 2,000 colorectal cancer patients found that those who consumed high-fat dairy had a 60% higher recurrence risk. In contrast, people who chose low-fat options saw a 40% lower risk. To stay safe, the authority suggests picking healthier breakfast choices that reduce these dangers and support overall well-being.
Do something. All right. So let's go on to answer the question. Or do you want to listen again? Sure. Just a minute.
Why do some breakfast foods raise cancer risks? A global health authority has shared important warnings about certain breakfast foods. It points out three categories that could increase the risk of pancreatic, colorectal, liver, and breast cancer. These foods affect the body through excessive insulin production, caused by blood sugar spikes, ongoing inflammation, or contact with harmful substances known as carcinogens. The first category is refined carbohydrates, such as white toast, white rice, and noodles. These items lead to quick blood sugar spikes, which force the body to release too much insulin. Over many years, this process can cause chronic inflammation in cells and tissues. Next, processed meats like bacon, ham, and sausage pose another threat. They often contain additives, including sodium nitrite, which can harm health. The World Health Organization labels these meats as Class 1 carcinogens, meaning they directly cause cancer in humans. Research shows that eating 50 grams of them each day raises the risk of colorectal cancer by 18%. Finally, high-fat dairy products, including fresh cream, should be avoided in large amounts. A study involving 2,000 colorectal cancer patients found that those who consumed high-fat dairy had a 60% higher recurrence risk. In contrast, people who chose low-fat options saw a 40% lower risk. To stay safe, the authority suggests picking healthier breakfast choices that reduce these dangers and support overall well-being.
Mm, I see. Cancer is becoming a international menace. A lot of people suffering from cancer. So it's a serious issue. All right. Let's look at the question. What are three ways breakfast food can affect the body and raise cancer risk? You tried, but that's not the answer. So, no, ways, not the food. Yeah, not the food. Check the first paragraph. The first. Have you seen it? Yes. Yes, yes, that's it. Excessive insulin production, ongoing inflammation, or contact with anti substances known as carcinogen. All right. So, what health risk is linked to eating 50 grams of processed meat every day? Very good. And what did the study find about people who consume high fat dairy products? True. 60% higher recurrence risk of colorectal cancer. Okay. Do you have any questions? So let's go to the reader part, please. Nitrites. Very good. You read that so well. Okay. Any question now? You're familiar with colorectal cancer? Okay. Is the cancer that affects the colon is becoming very popular. Yeah. Or the rectum. So that's the combination that is called colorectal. So colorectal. Oh, it isn't famous. Liver? Liver? Oh, really? Why is that so? Okay. Wow. Cancer is becoming like a very frequent ailment where a lot of people just get it like it's a flu, like an influenza. Mhm. So it's serious. For instance, this year, I know a lot of people who have died from cancer of the breast cancer. Women. Yeah. 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 Uh, oh, oh, that's so sad. Like chemo. exactly. Well, that's so good. But at least she's overcoming the cancer. Yeah, that's good news. To finally recover. Yeah, yeah. So I hope one day she gets to ring the bell. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it always sounds strange when he comes close to us. You know, one of my classmates died. Yeah, yeah, from cancer. So sometimes I sit down I begin to think that what could be the real source of cancer because scientists cannot really lay their hands and say this is what is causing this cancer. This is what it's not like guesswork and so forth. Like before, they used to tell us that older women get cancer. My classmate died from cancer 2 years ago at the age of 28. Just 28 years old. Before, too, they used to tell us that, oh, women who have never given birth, blah, 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 they are more prone to cancer. But my friend was already a mom of two children. She breastfed her babies. Just after breastfeeding one of them, 4 months later, she died. So it gets scary. I won't lie. Sometimes I get so scared. Yeah. And yeah, that's for women. Then for men, prostate cancer is becoming a thing too. Imagine. Wow. Yeah, finding early is good. Exactly. Exactly. Because the lady that I know in my country, she found out mid middle of this year, and by last month it was already stage 4. Yeah, she passed on 3 days ago. She died 3 days ago. Yeah, because it was really really bad. Like stage 4 because we don't have the culture of going for medical checkup in Nigeria because healthcare is quite expensive. So we really don't check up. Like me, I've never been to the hospital. The only time I went to the hospital was January, like last year January when I wanted to have my baby. And after that, I have never visited the hospital anymore. Yeah. So, so all right. Oh, good. Wow, it's good. It's good. So once there's any kind of terminal disease, they catch it early, treat it early. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So let's go on to the discussion part. So the first question says, do you think Swiss should stop serving processed meat like ham and sausage for lunch? Mm. Processed food. But don't you think that you can introduce a healthier option? Like, yeah. Mm. Like for me, I've never tasted ham or yeah, I've never tasted it. And sure, the first time the first time I was given as a child, I hated the smell, so I never went close to it. And now that I have a child too, and I'm not introducing uh, processed meat to him. So what I do is I go to the market, I buy fresh meat, I prepare it for him myself. I blend it, and I make it like a bacon kind of meat. It's fresh meat. Yeah, sure. Fresh meat, fresh fish. Yeah. All right. Yeah, because I don't like processed food. I guess kettle processed food. Yeah. 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 Just like I told you. Yeah. SK is expensive. We don't have the culture of visiting the hospital. So what we try to do is to prevent problems. Yeah. All right. So let's see question two. Do you usually eat white bread or white rice for breakfast? Okay. 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 Let's see. All right. I'll just type in the sample answer. You can check it out later because we don't have a lot of time. Okay. So question three: what kind of healthy food do you enjoy eating the most? Okay. Okay. Okay, I see. All right. Let's see. Question four: which do you think? Uh, which do you check more carefully when buying food? The expiration date or the ingredient list? Okay. Calories. Okay. So you don't you check the expiration date and the calories. Yeah, it's very important for you to check the quantity of calories you're consuming so you don't go and consume too much calories per day. Yes. So, how do you think healthy warning from global authority affect people's food choices? Oops, our time is up already, Cookie. It's just a good to talk to you. Have a wonderful New Year. Yeah.